yeah, so I was helping my brother find the Switch 2 because he
Mhm.
just had a hard time. He was having a hard time finding it. I tried
Limited
asking
release.
people, like this has been like a 2 week process. Maybe I was looking into it, realizing how hard it was to find. Everyone's like, "Well, I can't believe you can't find one." I'm like, "I don't know." Like I'm looking at all the Best Buys and WalMarts, and the only one I can find is like the 700 bundle package of a bunch of crap you don't really need with
Oof.
it. It's like just like, oh, here's some extra straps and here's this thing, and like it's like just to prevent scalpers and stuff. Um,
Yeah,
but
I
then
hear
I
you.
so I found one for him yesterday morning on Target, like at my local Target, and I'm like, he's like, the second you, because I saw one on Friday morning, but I couldn't get him to get back to me, so I didn't know what he wanted me to do because
Oh,
I'm like, I can go to the store and get it for him right now, like it's at Target because it was like
if
down the
you were able
street.
to, yeah, you
But
were
I'm like,
able
how do
to.
I get it to him? I didn't know how to ship it. I didn't know if he really wanted me to commit to it because he had said he wanted it.
Yeah.
He's like, well, if I walk and find it someday, I'll get it. So I'm like, let me help you. So that he's like, next time you see it, just buy it and I'll pay it back. Like I'm like, okay. So then my brain was already in like the hunt for a Switch 2. So I'm like
It's in
searching.
your queue of things you do every morning.
Yep. So
Yes.
yesterday morning, I see it on Target again. So I'm
Uh-huh.
like, all right, I'm just gonna get it for him. I'm gonna ship it to him and he'll pay me back. And then the part of me is like, should I get my own? And I was like, no, I'm gonna be strong. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I was all like good. I pushed through. Like I made it right, and I didn't buy it yesterday. It did not. It didn't happen. But then today,
Oh,
I'm like excited about like it got shipped early, so I'm like excited with showing it, like telling Tyler that it's gonna come today. It showed up, and then randomly out of
yeah.
nowhere, Joe Trev texts me, say, "Hey, just because I had asked him if he knew where I can go. He's like, oh, just so you know, it's at Best Buy down. It's like Best Buy right now. You can go get some. Yeah, I just saw." And I'm like, oh,
Oh,
so I looked, and then I see there are no interest options for buying one. And
oh,
it was 18 months no interest if I got everything with it. Like all the things you would normally buy.
okay.
Like the system, the DK game, a case, the SD
You just bought a
card,
small car.
and like the pro controller. So $800 later on a card.
I was like 750. Okay.
And
Yeah,
I look
800
at
bucks.
Amber, I'm like, Amber, like it's only like $45 a month. It's something I'm gonna probably buy anyway. Like
And
I you know me.
and no interest. Hey, why
Yeah,
not?
I'm like, I'll probably pay it. I mean, I could pay it off in like one overtime paycheck because I get overtime with this job. I'm gonna get potentially raises with this job, and
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
don't
like,
have to pay the minimum.
she's like,
Yeah.
you're gonna get like the price of any of these things I bought are not gonna go on sale. Like
Oh, not for yeah.
yeah, like in
Maybe
the
like
but
5
in
years.
buying it as the bundle because I got the cart bundle. So like the cart game is technically cheaper buying it in the bundle than buying it outright if I bought a Switch then the cart game.
Sure. That's
So
good for the bundle.
I get it tomorrow. So
Oh, oh, oh. What game? So you got the Bonanza game with it?
yeah.
All
Yep.
right.
And
You'll
plus,
be the true judge then. You'll be the true judge. Is this the successor to Donkey Kong Country? That's like what everybody is saying.
so that's my
Um,
exciting news. I was like, Amber just she nodded her head. She said okay, like it made sense,
you know
and
what? This is your congratulations present to you for getting a new job
yeah.
and getting a real good one too. Hello and welcome. This is Playing Favorites. I'm Paul, and I'm joined by two other people today instead of just one. Who's
Yeah,
here?
Hi.
I'm Justin, and above me, in the middle of the screen, who has been on this channel before, is Tyler,
Hi.
my brother.
My name's Tyler.
Hi,
How are you?
Tyler.
How are you?
Yeah,
Welcome back, Tyler.
I
Yep,
thought
I'm alive and well.
you had a week off. We were going to talk about this awesome thing that both of us got,
What?
and I thought we had
Yeah.
help you join us today. But Paul's the one with the questions. He's leading the charge here. So what are we here for, Paul?
So this is our kind of an exploration of the Switch 2. So, and a perfect example of new Switch content is, what is the official title of this now? Is it just Mario Kart World?
hmm hmm
All right. So, your first impressions, gentlemen, of playing this game?
You can go ahead, Justin.
You've
Go
been
ahead.
playing it more than me. I want you to talk about Mario Kart. I've been playing the other game
Oh.
more.
Okay, well, I mean, if you insist. This game is scratched every itch for me that I've needed right now. I obviously steamrolled through the Grand Prix like I normally would because I play Mario Kart too much. So I think the feature of free roam is awesome because playing Mario Kart by yourself is kind of boring when you've kind of like get first every time. I mean, not to like sound, it's just kind of boring, especially when you just get annoyed by blue shells. That's about it.
You've been playing this game since you've been 3. You were 3 years old. So
yeah, but the free roam, I thought it would just be like an add-on that wouldn't really matter too much. But like, I'll tell you what, if you love collectibles in any game, I mean, I can't stop. It's just I'm determined to get every costume from every character, but like navigating through the different areas in the map and having it flow into the like normal Grand Prix tracks, but then also trying to navigate them. Like if you ever like just drive on a course and like want to veer off point because you're like, ooh, what's over there? Well, you could do that in free roam. So you're like, okay, I'm on the normal racetrack. You're like, well, I want to go that tree. And it's not gonna like Lakitu's not gonna rip you off there. So that's definitely been pretty cool to be like, well, I can parkour my way on this wall, the roof of Peach's castle, and get a question block. So, I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, you've done the free one more than me. So, like, I mean, overall, I think the Switch 2, just to touch on the system itself, I have it right here. You can look at it. I have the game on it right there for you. So a lot bigger than the original Switch. I personally just only what told me on it was DK, which we'll probably dive into that a little later on the stream. But that's what kind of sold me on. Honestly, just the fact that I helped my brother buy his, and it made me want to get one. But just go ahead.
I got a couple practical questions for you. Weight difference between the first Switch and this. How do you feel? Feels
it's heavier. But I feel like it's easier to hold at the same time. Like it has a better like balance to it, if that makes any sense.
Like a good grip on it.
Yeah.
Well, before you kind of were like more like scrunched in when you were holding it, and now you're kind of comfortable like wingspan. Like you're not feel like you're forcing yourself and shrugging your shoulders together to play it.
Yes, I will. I will recall trying to play Breath of the Wild and like my arm going numb just from having like T-Rex hands playing it.
Yeah.
So okay, all right. So a little bit wider. The weight is there, but it doesn't feel like unruly. Like it's not like a Game Gear.
The size difference, I think it's well balanced. It's not like a Steam Deck is heavy. If you're comparing it to the other handhelds, it's the lightest one on the market.
Sure.
So I can't complain there at all. I've held all of them, so it's definitely the lightest one.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's nice about it too is it just feels like a better machine. Like the thing I like about it is, I mean, I showed this on my unboxing, but just the nature of it not having all my Switches I've had, it just slides up and down. They don't lock in really anymore. But the magnet
this is
part is
the smartest
awesome.
thing they've ever done.
Like that I just love it. I just love it so much. Like it just feels so much nicer. The kickstand, which I mean,
much better kickstand,
a lot bigger.
I'd like to point this out. So, like from the commercials when they would show people playing it in like random areas, and you never would do that. I felt like I busted this out at the campfire, just on their little like our friend's patio set. And we were playing Mario Kart in front of a fire, and it felt like I was like kind of living up to the commercials hype a little bit. And the kickstand, the way you can adjust it is a lot more. It's just more comfortable, especially with the screen size too. It's not like you're trying to, you're not squinting. It's still small, but it's playable even with just two people on a couch if you want to just bust it out outside.
That I think that's so funny though that you said you're like you're actually living the commercial, like where they're on like somebody's like city patio outside playing with a fire in the background. Like
Yeah.
it is finally like living up to that. It feels like it's doing, that function. Like you could actually pull it out and play with somebody. The Joy Cons, you notice a noticeable difference in the
Way
play with that if you're doing like just using one of them as a controller.
They're bigger, so I would say yes. I haven't done it too much yet, but I would definitely say it's a little bit more easier to hold because they're a little longer. So it actually feels more like an NES. Like it's a little bit bigger, or just basic games is pretty easy.
The one thing too about it's different is like obviously with the other ones you have the little the attachment that you put on it, right? The little like
Yeah.
slider thing. So here, like the
Yep.
button, it's not, it doesn't feel as cheap because the buttons are just the buttons you use on top. They have just little like this little you go on here like this,
Like a silicone, like elastic piece. Yeah.
like that.
Oh, okay. All right. Just like for the top buttons there. All right. So would you say overall, like the frame rate, pretty easy to see a difference? Because that was something in certain games. I mean, you could really, I mean, it was struggling as I saw, but um, I mean, like big graphics
Say
boost.
I would say yes. On the back half of the Switch, any of the bigger AAA titles like Tears of the Fallen Kingdom or even just Pokemon Violet, they were just felt clunky. And like I feel like they were making these games hoping the Switch 2 would come out. I feel like that was maybe what was happening. And they were like, well, we haven't finished the Switch 2 yet, so let's just send it to the Switch. And it was not able to handle it for sure. I mean, I played
Okay, fair enough.
both of them,
Yeah.
and then I've already booted up Tears, and it's a lot better on
Yeah.
the Switch too.
I
A lot better.
I boot up Breath of the Wild and just played it, and it just like it just I don't know what it is. It doesn't even look that different, but yet it just has this like just way better like just visual just fidelity to it. It just looks so
Yeah.
much like more pristine, and I wouldn't even know a draft because my experience with the Breath of the Wild is I mostly played on the Wii U, so like to me it was just like this huge jump in quality compared to anything else. But I think just the newer games are great. Like I can't imagine these newer ones even working on the original Switch. So there's that. But I've even I even loaded up some games that didn't even because there's a lot of these games get free patches to work with the Switch. I loaded up an older game that has like really bad frame rate. It's Hyrule Warriors that doesn't even have a patch, and just that alone, just seemed to run a little smoother. Like it just having the little boost in hardware just made it because like that's all it
Really?
does. It just kind of it just gives it's not like optimized obviously, so there is going to be some drops in frame rate still, but it's still like just has a little bit more power behind it, so it just still runs a little bit better. I haven't
Hyrule
tried.
Warriors. How long did you play that? Really? Did
I
you play
love.
a whole level?
I played it. I played it like 65 hours before on the original
You know,
Switch.
like did you
It's
test the chaos of
No, I
Hyrule
didn't
Warriors?
go
Is what
nuts
he's
with
like,
it, but I did play some levels. I
okay.
played like 3 or 4 levels just to see the sense of it, and I thought it looked better than my original experience. So, but I've been mostly sucked into
Cool.
Donkey Kong, and I have been. I just that to me makes the game worth it. I mean, I've done more Grand Prix. I know Tyler's talked a lot about the free roaming, which we'll dive into in a second. But the kids been loving it. It's been great just to be playing with the kids. They unlocking the characters again. I like how they've changed it from just being it's back to just being cars and not worrying about what wheels and all this stuff. Like I personally like that change.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just a little it's
Oh,
just a lot
so
easier.
well,
yeah.
actually, the characters actually change their stats, not the wheels. So if you pick the same cart for different characters, so if you pick a heavier character, like a
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
that's
smaller
like
sure.
vehicle, I
that's
didn't
like the
notice
Super
that.
Nintendo game.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a small detail if you have this
Very
up,
first.
but not like it's really noticeable. But they definitely slowed down the motorcycles in this one.
I do feel like that too.
Compared, like I was driving, there's one that's called a little dumpy, which is essentially a way like dump truck,
Nice.
and that one's got really fast speed, which makes no sense to versus like the, the sports bike, but you know
Little dumpy.
Yeah, a little dumpy for the win, man. It's the best one.
Tyler, why don't you set up a room for me to join in a second? We'll transition over to it if you don't mind doing that.
Yeah, I guess I guess that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we'll do a little match here. We'll see who the better brother is.
Well, I was going to ask you about Bonanza.
Sure, no, he's gonna set that up. Go ahead, ask me about Bonanza.
So yeah, people were. I mean, this. I feel this is a really bold claim. So it'd be. I'm interested to see if it's backed up. That this is like a 3D version of Donkey Kong Country, and kind of fulfilling the promise, perhaps, that was set out in Donkey Kong 64 that couldn't fully be realized back then.
Well, I mean,
hey, Donkey Kong 64 was great.
No, it's not. Nobody cares about the family of Kongs. Nobody does.
I don't know why
I'm sorry,
you say
Tyler.
that.
It's low.
Listen, it had the best.
It's the worst of them all.
Donkey
theme
Kong
song.
Country Donkey Kong made the family a thing. So like I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, look, I'm not a fan of the third game either. The third one is quite questionable at best. Talk about a drop in quality and frame rate. That game is rough to play, which is weird.
You're going to be probably the
third.
better person in regards to seeing if it translates, because I played Donkey Kong Country 2 and Tropical Freeze. That's like really my own, like mostly my two like
You've had a
2D player.
party stand.
It definitely has that element of it, kind of, because you're just constantly trying to find bonus levels. You're constantly trying to find the secret bananas. You're constantly trying to find all the things in the world, but in a 3D setting, right? The big difference is obviously in this one you just kind of punch everything to get it. You don't really get the riding of animals like you do in the original game. You just transform in them into them. So that's the element they kind of changed there, because you're like you transform into like a bigger monkey, you transform into a zebra, you transform into a flying ostrich. It's silly, it's stupid, it's weird, which I feel like
we did that. Yeah, you did that in the first and the second Donkey Kong Country. There were levels
that's
where
right, you did transform. You would transform into the
You didn't like transform, but you would just be them.
Yes.
You'd be like the ostrich or the marlin or whatever, the frog. But yes, yeah, go on.
But yeah, like I just been like it's made by the same people that made Mario Odyssey. So it does, you can kind of see that a little bit. But I feel like there's just something about, like, in Mario Odyssey, like I love that game. Like it's like one of the best Mario 3D platformers. But there were points where I feel like when you found a moon, it was just kind of like there were just so many of them that sometimes they were just around the corner. Where in here, it's like they're kind of everywhere, but then discovering one is sort of a big surprise, because you could just be digging and all of a sudden run into a banana, like, and then it's like, then there's like a little puzzle to get to it or something like that. But then you have the bonus levels, like they literally do like 2D bonus levels, which make people that like Donkey Kong 2D games happy. But it's like the bonus levels are just like they would be in Donkey Kong Country. Be like, oh, kill these guys in like 10 seconds. Like, it's like try to do them as fast as you can. Or you get the crazy one where it's just a bunch of bananas or energy or coins or what have you. The story is actually interesting. Like, I wouldn't say it's like crazy, but like there's voice acting with the girl, with Pauline, because it's literally this is the origin story of the mayor of New Donk City, which is kind of wild. The music is fun. I loved it. I love it. I'm loving it. Definitely highly recommend.
It makes me wonder then if this is the prequel to, like, it's the origin of Pauline, right? Is that the mayor of New Donk City?
Yep.
If this is like the what comes before, like the original Donkey Kong game, like the arcade game. So like Mario would be the end boss in this. Like he keeps chasing you up the building.
Yeah, maybe.
You're like
I don't know.
You're holding on to Pauline, like
like you're like best friends. So I don't know how he becomes a bad guy, but like we'll find out, I guess. But Cranky Kong's in this, so like I've seen him already. So it does reference like the original Donkey Kong games. Like I saw Rambi, the little rhino dude. Like he's just kind of chilling. Yeah, he's just chilling with Cranky. But I mean, I think there's more to be seen. I think I'm about halfway through the game.
Oh, all this Donkey Kong lore. I love it.
Yeah, but all right, we're gonna kind of show you some gameplay here. For our
Let's do
podcast
it.
listeners, if you want to, come check us out on the YouTube channel, we're going to be showing the gameplay. But just in case you're not doing it right now, just remember to follow all of our posts on our social media. That's been Playing Favorites. I'm Justin. That's Paul.
I'm Paul.
And Tyler's here. You're going to play some games soon.
Bye.
See you soon.
See you in a few.